Hey there. You know that feeling when you're trying to tell a friend about a conversation you heard, and you get all tangled up trying to explain what people were asking? Yeah, it's tricky. Well, today, we're going to untangle all of that. We're going to nail down the grammar for retelling conversations so you can do it smoothly and naturally. Let's dive in.
Okay, so first things first. We're going to eavesdrop on a quick chat about a tech influencer. Now, your job is super simple. Just listen. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Just pay attention to how they talk about the questions people were asking. Let's do it.
The journalist asked how the new AI platform works in real time.
People online were asking whether the algorithm will change content recommendations for everyone. Someone also asked why the update wasn't released earlier.
Many viewers wanted to know when the new features would be available for download.
Everyone is asking if the subscription price is going to increase as well. Okay, so did you catch that? Not a single one of those was a direct quote of a question. They were all reported questions. Now let's become grammar detectives and figure out exactly how that works.
All right, let's put on our detective hats and look a little closer. Hiding inside those sentences are all the clues we need to understand the rules. Let's see if we can spot them together.
So let's zoom in on that very first sentence we heard. Take a look at it. Do you notice anything a little different about the word order after the word how? Aha! And there it is. Look, a direct question is flipped. How does the platform work? But when it gets reported, it flattens back out. How the platform works. The subject, the platform, comes before the verb, works. It's not a question anymore. It's just a regular old statement. That's a huge clue.
Okay, clue number 2. What about those questions where the original answer would have been a simple yes or no? There were a couple of special little words used to introduce those. Do you remember what they were?
Exactly. The words are if and whether. You can think of them as little flags. When you see one of them, it's a signal that the original direct question was a yes or no question, something like, is the price going up?
Awesome job spotting those patterns. So now that we've found the clues in the wild, let's just lay out the official rules nice and clear. This is going to give you a solid framework you can use every single time.
All right, rule number 1, and this is the big one. This is the most important one. Once you report a question, it's not really a question anymore, grammatically speaking at least. It becomes a statement. That means you use statement word order, subject, then verb, and it always ends with a period. Say goodbye to the question mark.
And here is a perfect example of what to look out for. That incorrect version, why was the app crashing, that sounds like a question, right? To fix it, you just flip the subject and verb back to normal. Why the app was crashing, subject first. This is easily the most common mistake, so if you can nail this, you're in great shape.
Now, rule number 2 is much friendlier, I promise. If the original question starts with one of those W words, who, what, why, how, you just keep it. That same word works perfectly to connect the two parts of your new sentence. Easy, right?
And that brings us to rule number 3 for all those yes-no questions. This is where our little signal words, if and whether, come back into play. They do the same job as the W words. They connect everything. And really, you can use them interchangeably most of the time, but whether just sounds a little more formal. Okay, deep breath. We've got the word order down, and we know our connector words. The final piece of the puzzle, and yeah, it can be the trickiest one, is changing the verb tense. This is something called backshifting, and it's what we do when we're talking about a question that someone asked in the past.
But don't worry, this table makes it really straightforward. The main idea is that you take one step back into the past. So if the question is in the present simple, like do you use it, you report it in the past simple, if I used it. If it's already in the past simple, did it go viral? You take one more step back to the past perfect, if it had gone viral. And the easy one will almost always just becomes would.
Phew. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so let's do a super fast recap of the most important things, and then I'm going to leave you with a little challenge to make sure this all sticks. All right, if you only remember 4 things, make it these 4. Number 1, use statement word order, not question order. Number 2, for yes-no questions, your magic words are if or whether. Number 3, shift that verb tense one step back. And number 4, ditch the question mark. It ends with a period. Got it?
So here's your challenge. I want you to think about your day. What's one question somebody asked you? It could be anything, from a coworker, a friend, anyone. What time is the meeting? Did you have a good weekend?
Now try to report that question out loud, right now, using these rules. It's truly the best way to make this grammar click and feel completely natural. Go on, give it a try.